Hello everyone, this is Leo. Thanks for watching the video. Today is June the 4th, 2020. I'm going to be playing some of the Civilization 6. Now I got that through Epic Games when they were giving it away a few days ago. And so I always liked the Civilization series. The first Civilization, I had a pretty good addiction to it. But I didn't see much difference between Civilization 5 and 6, and I had 5. But when it came out free, I decided to get it. Anyway, so here we are. We're going into Civilization. And what I'm planning on doing, hopefully, is kind of showing you how I play early in the game, I guess. How to get off to a good start. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do that most people would probably frown on is I'm going to turn off barbarians. I don't like barbarians, especially in the early part of the game when you're just trying to get your feet under you, and they just keep coming along and kicking them right out from under you. So we're going to go into, where is it? Single player. And we're going to go into create a game so that we can set the rules to it. Standard rules. I'm going to be, there's this African guy who I'd never heard of, but his description just sounds just as cool as it can be. Okay. Mavemba Nzinga, and I know I'm not saying that right, but I'm trying. Religious convert. This is his curricula vitae. May not build holy site districts, gain great profits, or found religions. Okay, he's not a religious instigator. Gains all beliefs of any religion that has established itself in a majority of his cities. Receives an apostle each time he finishes a mabanza, or theater square district, of that city's majority religion. So remember that word mabanza, because I played this guy a couple times. I like him, and this is a kind of a cool thing. Anyway, he has a characteristic called Inkisi. +2 food, +2 production, +4 gold from each relic. I don't know, I haven't seen those yet. Artifact, haven't seen those yet. And sculpture, great work of art. So the way this is written, there's a thing called great works of art, and there's subcategories of which sculpture is one. In addition to the usual culture. Received 50% more great writer points, great artist points, great musician. So very culturally focused leader. Of course, the units you'll find that I don't really like the combat. I don't know, just it just seems like it interferes with playing the game. But you have to. It's just part of the game. If you like the game, you just have to put up with it. And Mubanza, that thing we were talking about before, a district unique Congo that can only be constructed in rainforest or woods, replaces the neighborhood district, but it's available earlier and cheaper to build, provides +5 housing, +2 food, and +4 gold. And that +5 housing is going to be the thing. So you want those Mabanzas whenever you can. Now, game difficulty, we're going to go into advanced setup right above the start game. Now, let's go over here to the rules. And I start over here because these are the most important to me. I don't want barbarians, already said. They just interfere with the early game. Everything else, I leave it alone. No duplicate civilizations or leaders. I'm turning off the domination. Well, I'm going to leave it on. Because people are going to attack you anyway. Especially if you start getting ahead of them. They just, from what I understand, they don't. It's not their first resort. If this is turned off, with this, if I leave this on, then one of their first resorts will be to just declare war. But we're going to do that anyway. So we'll leave that alone. We're going to have continents. We're going to have game difficulty set to chieftain. Which is slightly better than absolute noob. Game speed. I like the game to be a little slower. than what it goes. So this epic setting will make it 50% slower. So we're going to choose that. And I think that's everything that I want to change. Oh no, map size. I like a big map. Okay. So this one's huge for 12 players. I want a large map, but I'm not having 10 players. We're taking out everybody but 2 other leaders. I just feel like I spend so much time reacting to their military dumbass moves all the time. So we're good. We're going to start the game.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Mother Earth has many gifts for you, King Mbemba and Singa. Your people know the dense woods and rainforests as their homes and glide through them with ease. Great also are the gifts that come from travelers of distant lands. Keep an open mind, for the inspiration of the open world will let our people create art with power and majesty.
Alright, you see why this guy's cool and why I like him. Let's begin game. Now this is a turn-based game. And the first several turns you don't have a lot of decisions to make. So, let's see here. The first thing we got to decide is where we're going to build our first city at. This is a settler unit here. You see it's got the little flag. There's my colors, red and yellow. Every civilization had its own colors, and I like those colors, so this is good. So, and we also have a warrior unit here. That's to protect our settlers and then our city once we've designed it, or once we start it. So what we've got nearby as far as resources, we've got deer here. That's a bonus resource. We've got, what is this over here? Truffles, a luxury resource. Those are very important in the game. And here we got bananas, so we've got a little more food. But I want to move. I could settle here. And a lot of people will tell you just wherever you find yourself, settle there and get a city started. I'm not that guy. So we're just going to have, we're going to look over here and see what else we can see, if there's anything else to see. My turn's over, so it lights up and says next turn over here in the lower right hand corner. You can click that, or you can click the arrow. So I'm clicking the arrow. And now there, see, that says that's a good place to build a city. The advisor says you have fresh water, strong yields within 3 tiles, entering yield, strong yields adjacent to this site, new resources, near city is irrelevant at this point, resources, few luxuries nearby. Well, we got those truffles right there, and they'll be right next door, so we're going to jump on that. And we're going to let our warrior here in the early stage of the game do a little bit of exploring, see what else I can find around here, so when I decide to build another city, where to build it. And there we go, right there's another good place to build a city. So we're going to found our city here. Yes, going to take the rainforest out there. I'm a ecological plunderer already. Let's see, so now it says for us to choose production. Opens up this little deal over here. One of the things that every tutorial that I've ever watched, or every video I've watched, says is almost universally get that scout first. And I agree with that, because finding those early villages and knowing where things are early can help you decide how quickly you need to build up your military, which is a huge diversion of your resources. So we're going to choose research. You can open the whole technology tree, which is a huge, big old giant thing that you'd have to navigate, but this is fine because it just shows you things that you can research. Now, always look at how many turns we're looking at. These take from 14 to 27 turns, and what kind of short-term benefit that I'm going to get, that I'm going to need in the short term, which is I want to develop these luxury resources. It requires animal husbandry, so I think one of the first things I would want to get is animal husbandry, because those luxury goods are important, as I said. So that's time for my next turn. Oh, and what do we got here? Who is this? That is a city-state, if I remember right. Yeah, city-state, Vilnius. They're useful. You don't want to, or I don't think you should just want to go ahead and just declare war against them. But are situations in which you might want to, and we might find ourselves in one of those. So what am I going to do with my warrior here? Well, city-states normally don't declare war on you. Ooh, what is this over here? My goodness. Whatever it is, it's two of them, and they're right close together. Silver, a luxury resource. Well, we're going to need a settler pretty damn quick so we can start another city. City-state meeting bonus, new city-state quest. You have met a new city-state. All right, next turn.
Like to the apples on the Dead Sea shore, all ashes to the taste.
The Dead Sea, natural wonder discovered. All right. Well, we get some bonuses for that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Inspired my people with the majesty of the universe. Your knowledge of astrology has advanced, and it's boosted. That means that now it won't take me very long. When we look back at the production, where astrology, I think, was one of the 14 turn ones, it'll be considerably reduced over its peers. All right, so next turn again. Unit needs orders. The warrior, where are we going to send you to, Mr. Warrior? Well, I kind of want to send you up here to keep them. Well, they don't found cities, so they can't get it. So we're good. City-states can't found cities. They're NPC players, but they're just more of a plot device. All right, next turn. Just looking at my vegetation there. The graphics in this game are really excellent. I really like it. Next turn again. Unit and warriors. He needs orders. Of course he does. Go there. Next turn. Now there's a way that you can turn on where it'll automatically advance at the end of your turn. You don't have to keep hitting next turn. But there are times that you want to stop right here before it goes any further and change a unit's orders or something like that. So I recommend clicking next turn, even though it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Alright, so he has built a scout. So that means I'm going to bring my warrior back here to fortify the city. We're going to choose production. Now, culture is one of my guy's strengths, so I could build this monument here, and that'll give me +2 culture every turn, I guess. So that's really good in the early game for building culture. Builder is going to create a guy that can improve these resources. So I might build a builder. I got the scout going, got a warrior already ready to go, but they're saying I should build another warrior. That's the advisor symbol right there, the little icon for your advisor, saying I recommend building a warrior. But I think that we need another city, but we can't build a settler right now because we need at least 2 population. So I'm going to build the builder so that by the time we're done researching animal husbandry, I can send him over here to this truffle pile. And that truffle pile, So that all's going to work out. Now our scout needs orders, so we're going to send him out. He's our real scout. So you go do that. And then we're going to grab our warrior.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes the law. Well, Thomas Hobbes, you're right about that. We completed that civic advancement, code of laws, so now we'll have to pick another civic. These are the 2 that are available. Again, like with research, the civics tree is big and messy. This just shows you what you can research, or what civic you can develop. Now, trade routes is good. Craftsmanship, I don't know. I'll have to look in the civics tree and see which leads to what. Military tradition, which, yeah, we're going to have to get that. There's no doubt about that. State workforce, we're going to need that. Early empire. So governmental, we're going to go with the craftsmanship. We're going to go more with a defensive ideology here at first. Alright, so we're going to choose our civic. We're going to go with the defensive ideology, which was the craftsman, which both are being recommended if you look at that. So we're going with that one. Oh, and we have a policy slot to fill. Alright, so we get to have, our government allows us to have two different policies, our military policies and our economic policies, because we are a simple government known as a chiefdom. So discipline is the only thing we have going on. Do we have it? Well, we don't have any place to put any wild cards. This I usually pick because it's double experience for recon units, so that scout's going to get experience just finding stuff. We don't have barbarians, so yeah, that's why I always pick it. Economic policies: God King +1 faith +1 gold in the capital, or urban planning +1 production in all cities. I'm going to go with the production because I plan on building another city pretty darn quick, as quick as we can. Yeah. Oh no. Some of the UI choices are questionable in my opinion. Next turn. Unit needs orders. Warrior, I want you to come back to town. I want you to fortify here. Of course, all I can tell you now is to come back to town. When you get back to town, then I can tell you to fortify. All right. So he's exploring around. Is this the ocean? Explorer, go see. That's the ocean. Well, let's explore the coastline coming back toward our town.
I am fond of pigs. Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
Well, ain't that nice? Pigs treat us as equals. Alright, so now that research is done, our animal husbandry. So that means we can exploit our truffles. Now let's see, what else do we need? Now the military guy, you can tell because that red sword thing there recommends me to research archery. And I tend to prioritize that quite highly. Astrology I tend to prioritize low, but religious authority is recommending that. So that's what it's the difference between there. But that silver, I'm going to need mining. Oh, which one got the boost? It was the astrology, right? I can't remember. We're going after mining because we're going to mine that silver just as quick as we possibly can. And the scout, come on, you're exploring the coastline down through here, right? Right. Well, let's kind of see what this border up here looks like. Or what I'm proposing is a border. Alright, so my warrior's there. Guess what? I'm going to click this button here that says fortify. And we're going to continue going this way. There's some nanners. Alright, next turn. Next turn. Well, I'm just going to speed this up some on the video while I continue playing it. Be back in a minute. Alright, we got our builder back. We got our builder. We're going to send him over here to the truffle garden, or truffle patch. And we're going to give him the order to build an improvement camp. And that's going to, number one thing, it's going to hook us up with these here truffles, which is a luxury resource. And luxury resources give you things called amenities, which is what makes your people happy. And I might be wrong about this, but I think if you have excessive amenities, luxury goods in one city, that if you have established your trade routes with your other cities, that you can share them. So that's what I do. I play it as if that's the way it is. We discovered another continent. Foreign trade has advanced considerably. It's been boosted. Alright, so Let's go on around this way. See what's around there. Continue exploring. Fast forward. All right, I wanted to kick it in gear again here so I could look at my city a little more closely. So, remember I was telling you about having enough amenities. Well, everything that you need to have. Let me go back out of this, show you how I got into that, because it's not immediately apparent. Click on your city's nameplate. That'll bring up this little window right down here. This little button here lets you toggle the city details, which opens up this window over here, so I can look and see things like important things on the very first screen, like citizen growth. I have a total food surplus of 2.2 plus 2.2. That means that I'll have growth. I'll add a population in 6 turns. My amenities, I have 2 amenities coming in. That's these here truffles. Don't require any, so they're just as happy as they can be. They're as happy as things can go for them. Now I have 7 housing slots available, but only have 2 citizens, so I have a surplus on that. So I'm in good shape on this city. All right, so the unit needs which unit needs orders now? My builder. All right, so now here's another thing. Where are we going to send him? Got to send him somewhere to improve a resource, basically. But I don't have any improvable. Wait a minute, what's this over here? No. What is that? Plains, rainforest, river. Don't really see anything over there. Anyway, we're going to continue on.
Who deserves more credit than the wife of a coal miner?
Alright, well, we came back for that one. Mining unlocked by this tech? Yes, we want that. So now we have to choose another research. The technology tree recommending is astrology. That's the only thing being recommended. You have to keep your military up in this game, because if you try to play as a pacifist, you will get stomped. There's no doubt about that.
Skill without imagination is craftsmanship, and gives us many useful objects, such as wickerwork picnic baskets.
Alright, so we finished our craftsmanship civic. And what's our next one that we want to get? That's going to be... Well, you're flashing on foreign trade there, and I kind of tend to agree with that. So we'll go with that, because we are doing the military thing on the research. So this builder needs more orders, and we're going to skip his turn because I ain't got nothing for him to develop. Alright, looks like some of Vilnius's warrior are down here exploring around. So, but we're fine with that. We're not going to panic because they can't. I don't think they start wars. Alright, but they could be allies in case you get into one. So we want to be nice to them. So our builder, we're going back to skipping the turn. No, we're not skipping the turn because we have something that he can get a hold of here. I mean, we're not going to fast forward because we're going to go ahead and get this. Send him over there. What's our scout doing? I want to bring you around to here. Alright, we produced whatever it was we produced. Which I think it was our settler. Is that what we produced? Yes, it was a settler we produced. Okay. So, let's get a slinger going, baby. That's That's also a very good defensive unit, and it's good to get them started now. And so where are we sending our settler? Where we'll send our settler, because we want to send our settler where he can make a good city for us to settle. So I'm going to send him right there because the advisor says everything except the inner ring yield is good. So go, my man. And then here we're going to grab our warrior. We're going to wake him up, and we're going to send him here too, because we're going to have that slinger to fortify in this city, and it's better defensively anyway, which I am going to play defensively. Scout, you're going this way. Who's next? Builder. You know what? I'm glad that I didn't spend you on that, because I'm spending you on this silver just as soon as we can. So we're skipping you a turn. Alright, what's going on? Okay. Here, you go this way, Scout. Not, well, I was going to say don't get too close to their territory there.
That's the positive aspect of trade, I suppose. The world gets stirred up together.
We finished our foreign trader. With your people enthused. Government and social policy changes are free this turn. Unlocked by this civic, we get caravanseries, which is +2 gold from all trade routes. Maritime industries, old naval unit build time buff. We're going to make a trader. Send him there. No, we're going to make a trader and send him to our new city. That's what we're going to do. So we're not going to change our policies. We don't need to. We're going to choose the civic here. Military tradition. Yeah, I think the last thing we developed was more of a civic thing. So let's go with the military tradition. And builder, you're just going to come over here and wait for a second until we get this new city built thing here. Skipping you, Mr. Builder, again. And now our warrior needs orders. Wait, I don't want that. We're going to skip a turn on you so that now the settler interface is just kind of clunky, but it's kind of a clunky game. There's not much you can do about that, I guess. We're going to found our city here, and it automatically hooks up with that one because it's close enough. I might be a little too close, but we're right here on the shores. This could be a very productive spot. It's worth it being a little bit bunched up close here. So Mabuela, I don't know if you have enough money to buy a slinger. You do. Alright, so you're going to have a slinger already, which, as I said before, is a decent military defensive unit. And we're going to build... You're asking for a warrior, and I'm kind of not disagreeing with that. Alright, so that's what we're going to do on that turn. Alright, now, you heard that dun-dun? And then a red warning popped up over here on the right side. City needs food. Mabuela does not provide enough food for its people to grow. Consider focusing your city on food. Alright, that's another thing you can do if you look at the city by clicking on its nameplate. Another thing that you get up here is this little non-obtrusive row of icons here. What these allow you to do is focus a city on like gold production, or faith production, or science, or production. Just regular old production, right? Right. Now here, what I'm going to do with this city, because I don't have any real good food resources nearby, and I keep getting that because I keep trying to hit W to move the map. But I do have over here a luxury resource that's going to be available pretty damn soon. And this stone here, so I think I'm going to focus these guys on maybe production, maybe a factory town. Okay, so set him on production, and I'm pretty sure this gives good production, right? 1 production plus silver. I don't know, we'll see. Who needs the orders? The warrior. Mr. Warrior, I want you to just fortify in place, is what I want you to do. So you fortify right there to guard this city from its enemies. And Mr. Builder, or Slinger, you're going to fortify in town. Mr. Builder, shit, you're going to make a farm because they're starving. And you're going to go more exploring over there. And the builder's going there. Builder's going, that's the warrior. So I can't send the builder there. Okay. Fortify there. Now builder, can you go there? No, something's not working right. My builder won't build. Well, he's already there and I just can't see him. Well, isn't that interesting? Anyway, I'll probably cut that part out. Scout. Go down here some more. Alright, so what are we making here now? We are making a trader, I think. I have a slinger there. So I think we're going to make a trader. Because traders build roads too. And so now our slinger needs orders, so you're going to fortify right there in place. Scout, you keep going this way. You're finally finding something down here, maybe. Well, something... Oh, choose Pantheon. Well, the one I usually pick is fertility rights because it makes your cities grow 10% faster, if I remember right. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Found this Pantheon. That's right. Alright, progress toward mysticism. Alright, let's have you come over this way.
May the forces of evil become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
George Carlin said that? Well, that seems a little, counterintuitive, shall we say. Pottery, yes, because we want to make granaries. Granaries help your cities to grow. By storing, well, the way they used to work is you stored all the food that you created. When you created a citizen, instead of all your food being wiped out, only half your food would be wiped out. Political philosophy. Who is this? Is this a city-state? Yes, it's another city-state. Okay, cool. I like having city-states. Alright, we're going to choose some production here. It's saying get a settler. I tend to agree with that. But we are going to need a builder here pretty soon. So, oh, the trader needs to be sent somewhere. We're going to make a trade route. We're going to make the trade route down to Mewilla or Mabwilla, just so you can build us a road there. Begin route. Eureka moment. Your trade route directly exchanges goods, but a medium of exchange will make trade more flexible. Knowledge of currency has advanced considerably. Alright, we're becoming our good capitalists. The scout here, though. I think I'm just going to set him to automatically scout, because he's being kind of a pain in my butt to try to control. Well, I mean, he's just distracting. What did we find? Well, what was that noise about? That noise was, we did find one. There they are. Alright, this is the village I was telling you about. Somewhere around here. There it is. Alright, so we're going to send him over there to go into this tribal village. And we'll get some benefit out of it. I don't know what it'll be, but something. +1 population. So I got an extra population, so that means that my capital has 3 people now. And the scout needs orders, so we open up the bigger menu by clicking on the plus, which seems to be grayed out, so like you're not supposed to click on it. I'm going to automate exploration and just let him go. But we got to listen for that noise, that little kind of aha moment when he finds a tribal village, so we can drop out of that, which we would do at this point here before we click on next turn, so that we can change his orders to go into that village.
I thought Clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Janet, you've got some kinky ideas, girl. Right,
I don't underrate the value of military knowledge, but if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail.
Allegedly said by Ulysses S. Grant. Okay, so we get to choose a research and a civic this time. So for a research, nobody's well. Science is recommending writing, so we need to get our science on. And for our civic, she's saying early empire, but our religious advisor is saying mysticism. I can get the mysticism in 8, and that'll get it out of the way, so we'll go ahead and get that. Because I do want to be able to get the benefits of whatever religion decides it's going to invade my my otherwise peaceful community. Alright, we get to choose production in Mabuila. What are we going to make here? Boy, they still want me to make settlers. But this is a production city. I've got it set for production even. Right, so we need to concentrate on more production stuff. Which is going to be, I think... How much production do we have over here? Just one production. No production there, but a farm. We might change him from being a function bot. Let me think about this for a minute. Let's go with, I've decided. Let's go with science here. I think that would be a good idea here. So science, what can we build to prop up a science? A monument? A settler? None of that really. Let's go ahead and get the settler since that's been recommended. And where's our warrior at? The warrior's there. We need to send this warrior up here to protect and defend this city. This one here. So... Alright. Early Empire. So we
Mysticism
completed that.
is the mistake of an accidental and individual symbol for a universal one.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense to me, Ralph. Choose a civic. We're going to choose... Early Empire takes 11 turns. And that gives us governments. Oh, we got an envoy. We're going to send an envoy where? To Vilnius? Yeah, that was our first guy there. We have one in Vilnius. Alright, so what do we want? Vilnius, having an envoy in Vilnius gives us culture. That one would give us gold. That one would give us faith. That one would give us faith. This one gives us production. And we'll go with the old production boy here. So that I can actually make the stuff I'm going to need to win this game. Okay, got my settler built. So what are we going to build here now? You're saying settler again. Well, I don't know. Where am I going to send them? I don't know where I'm going to send them to. But we'll make it. Wait a minute. This guy, what is he concentrating on? He's balanced. We haven't decided what he's concentrating on yet. But he's making settlers, so we're going to go with the granary. It gives us +1 food and housing. And now this settler, where's this settler going to go now? Where is tactically, strategically the best place to build? I don't know. What's down here? What have we got? We've got some copper, some rice, got some wheat. What is this? Wine. And it's on that. Yes, we want wine, please. Yes to wine. That's a luxury resource. So we're going to send him. Here? Here. Yeah. I don't know why the advisor picked that particular spot, but the advisor did. And where did my extra warrior go? We don't need the extra warrior because he can build a slinger as soon as he gets there. Alright, so here we go.
Writing is easy. All you have to do is cross out the wrong words.
He means creative writing, not like what we just researched, which was the invention of writing. So what are we going to get next? That bronze working, yeah. Or the wheel. What does the wheel give us? Wheel gives us watermill and a heavy chariot. This gives us barracks, encampment, iron, and spearmen. So I plan to go with that. Spearmen backed up by a slinger is a good early city defensive team.
Здравствуйте.
Hey.
Я царь Петр. Достойный правитель, подобный вам, должен ценить все самое изысканное. Любите ли вы искусство, подобно мне?
Why, yes. Yes, I am. Alright, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to go up here and pick you, Sar Peter. And we're going to send a delegation to you as well. Alright, we're done with him for now, hopefully. Peter, the Russian Empire, Intel Report Overview. You got all these reports up here. It's early in the game to even be worrying about that, and it kind of bogs it down, so this game has enough of that. All right, now here's what I was telling you about. Okay, let's go here. A village was discovered. Who discovered it? Our boy here discovered it. Or was he walking toward the village? No, I don't know which way he's going, but we're going to send him over here. We would have missed out on that otherwise. Now, that's where our settler is going to settle. So, found city. Yep. We're going to purchase an item with money, and it's going to be an archer, because we have those now instead of slingers, which means I need to find all my slingers and upgrade them to archers. Which also caused my knowledge of machinery to advance considerably. Alright, so now we can go ahead and choose his production, since he's got his slinger there. What do we want him to be? He's a strategic city. What does he have? He has these luxury resources, because that's what we wanted. So we're going to have him build a builder. Alright. Too close. Wait a minute. You're not that close, are you? Yeah, you are. So this just became a much more important city. So we got all this nice flat room here to build on. And all of it's good for just one production, one food. That's not even worth that. Wow. So we have room for districts. So this is going to be a military base. So I want you to produce, concentrate on maybe not culture, food, maybe not. Production, yes, maybe. Science, right? Yeah, production. Thank you. And what I want you to build, settler. And this archer, we're gonna fortify him there. Oh, he earned a promotion. We're going to go with the ranger. Because if you care, buy the game and play it. Because you could have got it free if you'd listened to me when I first put this video out. Alright, we're going to automate our scout again. And look at that. Just when I automated my scout again, it's time to unautomate him. Let's make him go there next turn. Alright. State workforce increased. The progress toward it. And he needs to be told to automate again. And he found another one, so... Wow. Ain't this something? We'll send you there.
Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell. And you can foresee the future too.
Well, now that we've completed early empire, I think we got to the point in this game where I'm wanting to pause it, maybe get me something to eat. So I'm going to set up the civics, state workforce, which gives you the policy conscription, and conscription reduces the cost of your military units by 1. So we're going to go ahead and get that one. So we're setting that up for next time. And so not too bad. We've got 3 cities going. We've got purposes and goals set up for each one of them. We know where we have found one of our competing players, along with 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 city-states that we can play with. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video. My name is Leo, and I look forward to seeing you next time.